My love, listen carefully, because this will shake you. Your soulmate knows things about you that no one else can ever see. Not because you told them, not because you showed them, but because your soul speaks to theirs in silence. And once you realize what they already know about you, it may shock you. Here's the first truth. They know your fears even when you hide them. You smile, you laugh, you pretend everything is fine, but your soulmate can feel the tiny shift in your voice, the way your hands tremble, the quiet sigh you let slip when you think no one is watching. They don't need you to explain. They just know. What else do they know? They can sense when you're carrying pain you've never spoken about. They feel it in the pauses between your words, in the way your eyes look away when certain topics come up. To the world, you're strong and untouchable. But to them, you're transparent, because your soul whispers louder than your lips. The second truth is even deeper. They know the dreams you don't admit out loud. You might think you've buried them, or that they're too wild to ever share. But your soulmate recognizes them in the way your eyes light up at small things. When you pass by something that sparks a forgotten dream, they notice, they know what your heart aches for, even when you never speak of it. They can tell when you're about to break, before you even shed a tear, before you even breathe differently. They already know. It's like they can hear the cracks forming inside you, and instead of asking, "Are you okay?" they hold you as if the answer doesn't matter, because they already know you're not. The third truth is this. Your soulmate knows the part of you that still feels like a child, the side of you that wants comfort, that still carries old scars, that sometimes just needs someone to say, "I'm here." Others may see your grown-up face, your responsibilities, your strength, but your soulmate sees the soft child in your heart, and they love that part just as much. Wait. Here's where it gets even more shocking. They know your secrets without you telling them, not the obvious ones, but the hidden ones, the feelings you've locked away, the thoughts you've buried deep. They don't have to ask, because they can feel when something is being held back. It's as if your silence is louder to them than any confession could ever be. And here's the fourth truth. They know your patterns, the way you close off when you're hurt, the way you push people away when you need them most, the way you act strong when you're actually falling apart. They know these patterns so well that they can stop you before you even realize you're repeating them. It feels almost unfair, like they can read your next move before you make it. Because the fifth truth will chill you. Your soulmate knows your breaking point. They know how far you can stretch before you snap, and they will never let you cross that line. They can feel it in your energy, in the heaviness of your presence, in the stillness of your tone. They step in before the world pushes you too far. But the most shocking truth of all, your soulmate knows the part of you that you don't even know yourself. They see a strength in you that you've never recognized. They see the light you give off, even when you feel empty. They know the depth of your love before you've dared to measure it. And sometimes that knowledge scares you because it means they see everything. So, my love, let me ask you this. Are you ready to hear the details of how your soulmate notices these truths moment by moment? Because once I tell you, you'll never look at love the same way again. My love, your soulmate knows something you thought you kept buried deep inside. Something you believed no one could ever notice. Yet they saw it in you the very first moment their eyes met yours. They know the way you smile when you're hiding sadness, the way your voice softens when you're trying to hold back tears. They notice how you turn your face away when your heart feels heavy because you don't want anyone to see your weakness. But here's what will truly shock you. They don't see weakness at all. They see bravery. They see strength in the way you carry pain without showing it. They see someone who protects others even while suffering quietly inside. Your soulmate knows that when you wake up in the middle of the night, your mind often runs too fast, chasing fears and memories that you don't speak about to anyone, but they feel it, almost as if those restless thoughts echo inside their own heart too. And here's another truth they hold close. They know that every dream you have, every hope you whisper to yourself when no one is listening, belongs to a future where you don't have to fight alone anymore. My love, this will shake you because your soulmate already understands the part of you that you thought no one could reach. They see the hidden battles, the scars no one else can see, the silent cries that never leave your lips. But instead of being afraid of these truths, they love you even more for them, because they know the real you, the unfiltered, unmasked, unspoken you. And that's what makes this connection unbreakable. Your soulmate doesn't only know who you are today, they know the person you're afraid to become, the person you want to grow into, and the person you were always meant to be. My love, your soulmate knows the moments when you almost gave up, the days you looked in the mirror and wondered if you were enough, the nights you questioned your worth and felt like the world would be better without you. What will shock you most is that they felt those moments too, even without being there beside you. It was like an invisible thread pulled at their heart whenever yours was breaking. They know you're the kind of person who carries other people's burdens on your shoulders, who smiles so others can feel safe, even when you're silently breaking inside. They know you don't ask for help, because you don't want to be a weight on anyone, but your soulmate sees through that mask. They know you crave someone who won't just notice your silence, but someone who will sit with you in it, who will hold your hand even when you don't say a word. And here's the part that will shake you. Your soulmate knows the dreams you never told a soul, the places you want to see, the life you imagine when no one is watching, the secret wish that one day someone will understand you without you having to explain yourself. They already understand, and that's why the bond is so powerful, because it's not built on the version of you the world sees. It's built on the version of you that only exists when you close your eyes and let the truth slip out. My love, they know that when you laugh, there's always a piece of sadness behind it. And when you cry, there's always a seed of hope hidden in your tears. They know you've been shaped by pain, yet you never stopped believing in love, no matter how much it hurt you before. That's why they can't walk away. That's why they feel drawn to you in ways that can't be explained. Because your soul is written in their soul, and every secret you thought was yours alone has always been theirs too. My love, what will truly shock you is this. Your soulmate doesn't just know your past, they feel the shape of your future. They know the moments when you'll doubt yourself again, when fear will whisper that you're not strong enough, not worthy enough, not chosen enough. And even before those moments arrive, your soulmate is already holding the strength you'll need to make it through. They know the choices that keep you awake at night, the decisions you turn over and over in your head, wondering what will happen if you choose wrong. What you don't realize is your soulmate has already felt the weight of those choices too, and somehow they know which path your heart truly wants to take. And here's something even harder to believe. They know the parts of your story you haven't even lived yet. They see the version of you who has overcome the pain you carry today. They see the laughter you'll share years from now, the love you'll give, the dreams you'll finally chase without fear. My love, they even know your fears about them, the ones you never say out loud. The questions like, what if they stop loving me when they see the real me? What if I sit not enough? What if they leave like everyone else? And this is where the shock comes in. Because your soulmate already knows those doubts live inside you, and they love you even more because of them. Not less. They don't see weakness when you worry. They see the raw honesty of someone who has been hurt and still dares to hope. They know when you push people away, it's not because you don't care, it's because you care too deeply. And you're afraid of being abandoned again. They know when you fall silent. It isn't emptiness. It's the storm of words you can't bring yourself to speak. And my love, they know this one thing that will shake you to your core. You were never meant to walk this life alone. Your soul was written with theirs from the start. And even if it takes time, even if the world tries to pull you apart, nothing can erase what has already been carved into eternity. That's why they know you better than anyone else. That's why the bond is unexplainable. Because the truth is, they don't just know you. They are you in another body, living another life, waiting for the moment when both paths finally merge into one. My love, the deeper you look, the more unbelievable it feels. Yet your soulmate knows things about you that you've never even admitted to yourself. They know the way you smile when you're pretending to be okay. How your lips curve just enough to fool the world, but your eyes betray the truth. They know that you hold laughter in your pocket like a shield, using it to hide the ache that lingers underneath. They know when you say, "I'm fine," you're actually begging someone to see past the words and hold you tighter. They know the secret corners of your mind, the ones you don't show anyone, the daydreams where you imagine escaping to a life that feels simpler, freer, safer, the late night thoughts where you replay everything you've ever said and wonder if you made a mistake, the quiet wishes you whisper into the dark, believing no one could ever hear them, but your soulmate already does. And here's the part that will shake you: your soulmate even knows the dreams you've abandoned. Those childhood hopes you buried deep because the world told you they were impossible. They remember the sparkle in your eyes when you first spoke about them, and they've carried that vision for you, keeping it alive, waiting for the moment when you're ready to believe again. My love, they know the weight of your silence. They know when you stare at the ceiling late at night. It isn't emptiness keeping you awake. It's the war between your past and your future. They know the scars you carry aren't just on the outside, but deep within, where no one else dares to look. And still, they never turn away. Do you see how shocking this is? They know your triggers, the little things that make your chest tighten, the shadows that make you uneasy, the memories that send you spiraling. But instead of avoiding them, they prepare themselves, ready to be your anchor when those waves hit. And the most unbelievable part, they even know the way you will heal. Not because they force you, not because they demand it, but because they've already seen the strength you don't recognize in yourself. They know the patience it will take, the kindness you'll need, the moments when you'll fall apart before you can rise again. My love, they even know the way you'll love them back, the way your hands will shake the first time you reach for theirs, not out of fear, but because of the overwhelming realization that you finally found home. They know the little habits you'll keep, how you'll check if they've eaten, how you'll worry when they're late, how you'll stay up just to watch them breathe. They know that your love won't always be loud, but it will be steady, unshakable, real. And here's what will shock you most of all. Your soulmate knows that you think you're too complicated to love, too broken, too much, or maybe not enough. But in their eyes, you are already everything. They see every piece of you, every flaw, every wound, every fear, and they still choose you again and again. They know this simple truth: you are not just part of their life, you are the reason their soul exists in the first place. My love, the way your soulmate knows, you will feel almost unreal, almost supernatural. It's as if they've been walking beside you in every step of your life. Even in the moments when you thought you were completely alone. They know the nights you cried quietly into your pillow, when you didn't want anyone to hear, when you thought no one would ever understand. They know the exact words you whispered into the darkness, words you were sure dissolved into the air, but your soulmate caught them all, like fragile secrets, holding them close as proof of your strength. They know the way your breath changes when you're nervous, how you hold it just a little too long, how your chest rises sharp and shallow. They know the way your hands tremble when you're hiding something heavy, the way you bite your lip when you're afraid of speaking the truth. And here's the part that will leave you shaken. They even know your choices before you make them, not because they control you, but because they see patterns in your soul, the small signs that others miss. They sense when you're about to walk away, when you're about to break down, when you're about to give up. And in those moments, they prepare themselves to pull you back, to remind you that you're not as lost as you think. My love, they know the dreams you've never told anyone, the secret pictures you carry in your mind, the home you've imagined, the peace you crave, the love you always wished for, but never dared to ask out loud. And somehow they don't just know them, they know the battles you fought silently, the invisible wars that left no marks on your skin, but carved deep scars into your heart. They know the promises you made to yourself in the middle of the night, the ones no one ever heard, the ones you swore you'd never break. And still, they love you without hesitation, without doubt, without conditions. And here's the shocking truth. They even know your future self, the version of you that you can't see yet, the version of you that rises from all this pain stronger, softer, braver. They already believe in that person. Even when you can't, they already love that version of you, even before you've become it. My love, your soulmate knows that every piece of you, your fears, your hopes, your wounds, your laughter, is not random. It's part of a story that was always meant to lead you to them. And that's why, when you finally see how much they truly know about you, it will shake you to your core. Because the most shocking part isn't just that they know everything, it's that despite knowing it all, they still love you more deeply than anyone else ever could.